All right, welcome Murray. Welcome to Nicky YouTube channel. How's your day?
Good.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go. We're going to Holmes Lookout today.
Okay.
So hope you're gonna like it. Have you been there before?
No, I don't know the name.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll go and find out.
Sure.
Let's go then.
Okay.
Yo, Amone Boise, stay tuned. I download some of your favorite songs. ඉතින් යාළුවනේ ඔයාලට බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන මේ ආකාරයට තියෙනවා ඕන කෙනෙක්ට ඇවිල්ලා මෙතන තමුන්ට කැමති දෙයක් කියන්නේ උයනවා නම් පික්නික් වගේ ඒරියා එකක් කරනවා නම් එහෙම ඕන දෙයක් මෙතන කරන්න පුළුවන්. මෙතන මාර නිදහස් තැනක්. මේ මෙතන මේ බින්ස් වාගයක් තියලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි පාවිච්චි කරන අපද්‍රව්‍ය මේ බින්ස් වලට දාන්න ඕනේ. මේවා සතියකට සැරයක් වගේ ඇවිල්ලා මේවා ක්ලීන් කරනවා මේ ගවර්න්මන්ට් මේ කවුන්සිල් එකේ මිනිස්සු. ඉතින් මෙතන මේ ඇත්තටම මේක හදලා තින්නේ මෙතන රැට උනත් මිනිස්සෙක්ට එන්න පුළුවන් කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඉතින් මේ වටේම කැලෑවෙන් වට වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ හතර වටේම කැලෑවක් තියෙන. ඉතින් මෙතන ගොඩක් ඕෆ් රෝඩ් ඩ්‍රයිවිං යන කට්ටිය මෙතනින් එනවා. මොකද මෙතනින් රට ඇතුලෙන් පාරවල් කිහිපයක් පිටලා තියෙනවා මේ හරියේ. අද අපි ඉන්නේ ඉතාමත් ලස්සනම view එක ඔයගලන්ට පේනවා ඇති. මුළු නගරයක්ම පේනවා. අර ඈතින් පේන්නේ බේට්ස්මන් බේ කියන ඉතාම ලස්සන නගරයක්. ඉතින් මම කලින් වීඩියෝස් වලට ඔයගලන්ට ගෙනාව වීඩියෝ වල මම ගොඩක් ගෙනාවේ මේ මෙතනින් ඉස්සරහට යන ඩ්‍රයිව් එකේ මේ මුදත් එක්ක මේ අයිනෙන් යන දූපත්වල පොඩි ලස්සන නවතින තැන් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ වල වීඩියෝස් තමයි මම ඔයගලන්ට ගෙනාවේ. ඉතින් අද මම ඉතාමත් සුන්දර තැනකින් තමයි ඔයගලන් හමු වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් අද මේ වීඩියෝ එකේ මාත් එක්ක එකතු වෙනවා මරේ. වෙල්කම් කියලා පිළිගන්නවා නිකි බෝයි YouTube channel එකට. මරේ කියන්නේ මගේ හොඳ යාළුවෙක් මාත් එක්ක එකට වැඩ කරන යාළුවෙක්. So මරේ welcome to Nicky Boy YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
So let's start on then. So today we're gonna cook some lamb and I got some asparagus. So you wanna cook for me?
No,
You cook it?
no, thank you.
So you want me to cook it?
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
So මරේ කියන මට cook කරන්න කියලා ඉතින් okay, let's move on. So first thing first, you wash the hands. So ඉතින් යාළුවනේ මේ වගේ තැනකට ඇවිල්ලා ආවම අපි ගොඩක් මේ එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එක තමයි එන්ජොයි කරන්නේ. මේ එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එකත් එක්ක මොන හරි කාලා මෙතන ඉතින් මේ දවස මේ වගේ දවසක් ගෙවනවා කියන්නේ ඉතින් ඇත්තටම මාර රිලැක්ස් එකක්. Isn't it Mare? I was explaining my viewers like we have got a very nice world.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice world and enjoying this environment without harming it.
Yep.
What do you think about it?
It's becoming more and more important,
Yep.
I think. The few places that are becoming left alone becoming sparser and sparser. There's less of them. So it's not just a matter of getting out and enjoying the ones that we do have, but looking after the ones we do have.
Exactly.
It's a big point for us now. If we don't start looking after places like this, they won't be here for people to enjoy. And if these places aren't here for people to enjoy, we will forget that there are places where you can go.
Exactly.
And that's not a life you want to live. I don't think. Even to be able to know that there is somewhere pristine and lovely that you could visit is enough. You know? The relaxation of your head. But if you actually come good in one, it's very special.
Shall we have a beer?
Sure.
Okay. So you are the guest. So
No, small glass for me.
I know I need
I
to have
don't
the
drink
small
beer.
one.
Big boy, and you're driving.
Yeah. So that's why I want to have the small one. ඉතින් මේ ආකාරයට මරේ මට බියර් එක දානවා. අපි ඉතින් බියර් එකක් එන්ජොයි කරන ගමන් බියර් එකත් එක්ක අපේ ලෑම්බ් එක කුක් වෙනා මෙතන ස්ලෝ එකේ. Get the big boy. I'll have the small one because I have to drive.
Thank you very much.
Cheers for the lovely day. Oh, it's nice. So Murray, tell me something about your in working and tell me something about yourself because my viewers doesn't know about much about you, so they maybe like to hear something about you. So tell me about like from where you grow and like from where you coming from and how you get to this Batemans Bay.
It's a long story. I'm one of those very lucky people. You talk about white privilege and some such. That's been me much of my life. I grew up, was born in a very small country town, Narromine, just outside of Dublin, in northwest New South Wales.
Northwest New South Wales, okay.
Yep, wheat country.
Wet country, okay.
Wheat.
Okay.
The grain.
Oh, the wheat, okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
could grow wheat out there. And that's all there was. Flat, wheat, hot. From there moved to Canberra, our capital city, which was very cold and wet. Well, for me it was. And got into catering while I was at school. Started working in kitchens, washing dishes, doing food prep, that sort of stuff. And discovered it was an area I loved. I didn't do well at school. I did the work, just never handed anything in. Couldn't see the point of all that effort for a number on a piece of paper. I mean, I couldn't translate the effort to why I would do all of that. It made no sense to me. But when I started cooking and gave things I had made to people who enjoyed it, I made the connection. The working life made sense. Why you put the effort in for the product that you produce. And food, I understood that immediately. So I could make something of myself, give it to someone, and they could enjoy it. And it clicked in my head, this is why we work, this is why we do what we do. And I found great comfort in that, feeding people every week.
So there's another one reason why I bring Murray to this video. Murray is a person who love planting stuff like that, and he got a very little plants at home as well.
Herb garden? Yep.
Yeah.
Always. Yep.
So with the herbs, like nowadays most restaurants like they're using like commercial products, but none of them, like very less restaurants, they're using the real like the real herbs and the stuff. So what do you think about that?
It gets to be very difficult when dealing with large numbers. And this is the problem in this country. We have a lot of, well, not a problem, it's great. There's a lot of regulation, government regulations for health and safety. It comes down to commercial businesses when buying produce to sell to people. The food has to be safe and clean and not covered in chemicals or toxic. So there are lots of rules and laws about where you can buy fruit and vegetables and meat from. And they come with all these stickers.
Yeah.
So it's safe.
Yeah.
So using food and produce grown from home, from a local market, or the side of the road, which I eat personally, but wouldn't sell in the shop. You can't guarantee the safety of fertilisers, pesticides, and all the chemicals that go with growing food these days. So while you do get, I think, better flavour and better structure with homegrown stuff, not commercially produced,
Yeah.
it's not reliably safe.
Even personally, I like growing my own herbs because I know I don't put fertilizer and I don't do any like chemicals or like it doesn't contaminate it, so I know what I'm eating. So like for like to make like a nice chimichurri sauce, like if you have a herb garden, you don't need to run everywhere, so you have all of your herbs and you can make a
Exactly.
nice dinner or nice serve like with some sausage or with some nice steak. So guys, our asparagus is coming slowly, and shit, I want to cook it for medium rare, but it's all the way done through. It's all good. Today our main intention is not to cook, isn't it?
Yes. I am succeeding, by the way. Some of us are failing.
So, Murray, try it.
Throw the fork at me.
Oh, wait.
Give me my meat.
Oh, it's dropping
Give me my meat.
It's dropping on the floor. Don't eat it. It's dropping on the floor. You have this. I'll take this.
Welcome to Australia. The floor is clean.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
We pick up our shit.
Do you want more black pepper? Yeah, that's nice. This is a really nice thing. Like, I like this thing.
They're very good.
Like, wherever we go, like, need to have something like this. Can stop somewhere like this and.
Or even at home when the power goes out. Still cooking.
For Sri Lanka, something like this really good, but because these days we have experience in so many power cuts. But the problem is finding those canisters. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If Australia ran out of these canisters one day,
We're fucked.
So Murray, tell me how old when you started your first job? Like, what was you doing? Like, tell me about your little bit. Like, you're from like teenage to like late 25s and 26. What were you doing? When was you in that age?
My first job was I was about 12, end of primary school, so year 6, cleaning cages at the pet shop.
Okay.
Swapping out the paper and the sawdust and whatnot. Just the spare change. We grew up poor, so if I wanted something for myself, we had to earn it. We got pocket money for chores, but anything above that, you need to work.
So that means you start doing your you had that mindset from your like late, like from like 15, when you was like 15, 16, 17 years old.
Yep.
You almost starting like doing the job, doesn't care what it is, like as long as it is like a good job, so you start doing it. So that's what I want to bring you guys, because if you want to earn something, if you want to be a better man, like if you want to self-sustain, we need to do something, and like that's where we start our own life. Doesn't depending from our parents, like asking money from parents. Like that's one thing I'm good. Like that's something I like to see on like most Aussies. Like they start working from their childhood. So then by the time when they're coming like 19, 20, like you can like start something your own. So like you still continue your studies when you were, even though you're doing the job, right?
Oh yes, yep. There's a rule in my house: you will finish year 12 and get a year 12 certificate. With my mum's one rule.
Okay.
Didn't have to go to uni, but I would get my year 12 certificate.
Okay.
Here in Australia, you can go to year 10 and stop. That's enough.
Okay.
You can get most jobs with a year 10 certificate. But for here, college, 11 and 12, those 2 extra years to tertiary education before you go to uni are very important.
So like you almost have a master qualifications, right? Like you I remember you was telling me that you did what's the degree you did, like the master degree you did?
Oh, Oh, the contract law stuff.
Contract law stuff. So, like, you have like good level of education. Why you choose to become a chef? Like, why you thought like, nah, I want to be a chef? What's the reason for that?
Cooking it's real. It's an actual thing. You pick up an actual knife, cut an actual piece of meat, put it in an actual real pan, and serve it to a real person. A lot of law is it's an ether, it's a conversation, it's talk. Same thing working for the tax department, didn't like that either. It's office work. There's no real product. It's just paperwork going around and around and around.
Okay.
Again, it serves a purpose, sure, but for my personal desire, or something I want to do, that wasn't it.
So, like,
And I think that's important, the personal desire. It's not just about finding a job that you can do, or finding a job that you're good at. And if you're good at it, or if you hate the damn job.
Yeah.
To find something you're willing to put your effort into. Do something you like, not just because you're good at it. I'm sure there are periods if you are good at it, go ahead, make good money. Go for it. If you don't enjoy the job or what you do, I don't see the value in it.
So how like when you start your first chefing job, how old were you? 17, 18. In Sri Lanka, when I was 18, I was still like, my mom is babysitting for me. And I came to Australia when I was like 21 years old. So I was celebrating my 21 year birthday on Mildura. Came out, I was doing strip and ceiling job. So I got a 15-day job, and I was like, I just ring my mom on my second day. I told her like, no, I can't do this. I want to come back to Sri Lanka. But my sister was helped me a lot. Like she like motivated me. So I thought, no, I'm gonna do this. So then I started my journey over there. Like, I mean, the real truth of being success is like hard work, isn't it?
It's either the hard work that you put in for a sense of personal achievement, whether there's an actual product being produced. You put a lot of work in and achieve nothing, but still feel good about your job. And for me, that's what my job is. It's the same thing every day. But if I can leave with a sense of achievement, saying I did some good work and some effort was made, then that's enough for me. Some people need to produce a product. They're not happy until they've reached the goal that they're after. I mean, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy the journey as we get there, because you will just keep moving to get there.
That's a very good message for my viewers. Like, as we're living, we need to be like practical, and we need to like understand what the real fact is, and like just working whatever the level we have, and doesn't need to like no, I'm gonna do this, or I have to do this. It's just like, because God has given us a beautiful life, and they given us to this world. Like, we got a birth to this world, so we need to enjoy this, and we need to give value fair for our life. Otherwise, what you have done is like you just working from your childhood, and you don't have end up anything end of the day.
And that's it. Yeah. For what?
Like,
You're 65. Stupid kids. Get off my Ferrari. So, there you are. A lifetime of working, you've retired.
Yeah.
This is the achievement. You got your nice house, your nice boat, your nice car. Your kids have all grown up and left. But you can't do a damn thing because you're 85 years old.
so what do you think about Australian politics? Like,
Enjoy it now.
do you know in Sri Lanka politics is a big topic, but I want to get my viewers to know about how politics works in Australia. Like, what are the political parties in here?
The Australian politics.
Yep.
The point I wanted to make. Where there can be any number of political parties and anyone can have one, the country basically runs off two of them. The Labor Party and the Liberal Party.
Mm-hmm.
We generally swap between elections between those two parties. We never really vote for the Nationals, or the Country Party, or smoke weed to be a pirate party, or whatever it is. Some of them are getting silly. But the two main parties, the Liberal Party and the Labor Party, are right-wing and left-wing parties. The Liberal Party, in general, looks after the country economically and as a whole. Doesn't do really much for the people, right? But they will reduce our national debt, put us in a budget surplus, and look after the nation. Right? Whereas the Labor Party will look after the people, not so much the nation as a whole. With the Labor Party, we'll get hospitals, roads. They'll spend all the money that the Liberal Party made when they were in.
Yeah.
So the Liberal Party are good at, I'm not going to say ignore the people. It's a government. They're there to look after the people. But they're more country focused for our GDP, our national standing, tourism, that sort of stuff. Liberal Party will be conservative, but they look after the country. Whereas the Labor Party will fuck the country. We need hospitals, we need roads, we need childcare and education. So the two parties, one looks after the country, one looks after the people. And depending on how the country's going, we will vote which one we think we need. We've got hospitals, we've got good education, the roads are in good order. Let's go Liberal.
Yep.
And just put some money in the bank. You know? And when we've had enough of that and the hospital's a bit run down and there are holes in the road, we vote Labor. We put a Labor government in. We spend the money that Liberals made.
Okay.
So it generally works between those two, and that's the general format of how those parties work as it relates to us, the general public of Australia.
Nice. So in Sri Lanka it's a bit different. Like Sri Lanka, there are about like 225 ministers. Like they've been ruling the country for like 70 years, and like the thing is like being selfish one on other.
Yep.
And now what happened, like all countries on the dead zone, like they just like playing the numbers game. So but people think yes they're doing something to a country, but as a country we have some whole part, because no matter what Australian ministers does, still like you don't have to you can earn some money, you can do a job, you can earn some money and you can have the life. If you want to earn a lot of money, even you have the opportunity for here.
Yep.
But in Sri Lanka, if you do a business, for example, if I'm doing a grocery shop, or like if I'm doing like a self-earning job, maximum income is for a day is like less than $100 now. And price of the food, because of the inflation and the cost of food being up, people find it really hard these days because it's all about the government. But my main opinion is if all the people, for example, in Australia, no matter what status I have, if I speed up and if I get caught, I have to pay the fine. I can't get rid of from me. If Scott Morrison speed up, still he has to pay the fine.
Yes.
The rule is rule for everyone, and even the government sector. Like if I go to service New South Wales 8 o'clock, by 8 o'clock everyone is there and they are ready for the service, and they exactly tell the time. Like if I'm waiting for some document they're telling like yes, it's gonna take like 12 business days, 4 business days, 6 business days. Within that time you're gonna get that time.
Okay.
So the government sector working on time, punctuality, and then we can believe these people and we can trust these people. So in Sri Lanka we don't have this, but this is what I'm trying to tell my viewers, like it's not, we can't just blame the ministers because we are the people who creating them.
Yes.
And
yes.
So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like because even when I'm childhood, because my dad was a like crazy person for like he's like diehard fan of like the one of the former president in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
But what happened, like even if they didn't get the votes, somehow they're coming for the parliaments. It's just because the system they have made. So even one party lose the vote election, somehow they're getting the chance to come to the parliament. So end of the day it's a big mess. But anyway, let's move on to something like what do you think, like comparing like 20 years, like because you used to live in Australia from your childhood. So tell me, what are the things that you seeing being developed, and what are the things that you think like Australia needs to work on? Like what are the facts you think that Australia need to work on, like this?
There is one aspect
What's that?
One part where we fall absolutely short. Parenting.
Parenting.
It's global, become a national and global problem of parenting, not raising children. They nurture them and they love them and they treat them like they're special, and they forget and fail to raise children. A parent's job is to raise a child from a baby to an operational adult. Morals, ethics, duty, rights, honour, respect. The school system's there to educate them with the technical parts that they require to navigate their way through the world. But parents are supposed to do all the rest, and we don't do any. My generation is probably the worst for raising kids.
But you got like
children do not understand why we call the magistrate your honour when we go to court. They couldn't tell you what the word honour means. Same with respect. We all feel like we're not being respected, and we all want to be respected. What the fuck? Pardon my language, but ask anyone what respect is, and you'll get a different answer. They'll say it's praise, it's deference, it's subservience, it's yes sir, and yes sir. And no.
In Sri Lanka, the main problem I had here, like we speaking for adults from the names, but in Sri Lanka we never speak adults from the name.
Right.
Like I don't wanna. In Sri Lanka, if you were in Sri Lanka, I had to spoke you Uncle Murray.
Okay.
Like that's the way how we dealing in Sri Lanka.
Yep.
We never say names for our teachers. We never say like when I'm stand with my teacher, we never stand like this level with the adults. So that's the way how I grown up. But when I came like Australia,
It's a class divination?
no, it's just respect.
Okay.
So we are not supposed to sit adults with like this.
That's not respect, that's subservience, that's deference.
I don't know what that is called, but like when like in here like even my nephews, they calling the name for the teachers, but they had that problem when they started, but somehow they have maintained to do that, because if others calling the name, if you're gonna call a name from them, they're gonna get bullied inside the class.
Social relaxation. Blame the hippies. Their fault. No discipline.
Yeah.
And that personal pride of family we don't have. Australia's a bit of a unique situation. We're a young culture. We've got no neighbours.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just us. It's Shrek, you guys are surrounded by other countries and the influence you have on them. We are left to our own devices. We've got Kiwis on one side and some Papua New Guineans up the top. That's all we have to worry about, really. I'm sure globally we've got great relations, but geographically, we're just kids in the sandpit doing whatever we want, really, which is great.
Yeah.
We figure out a lot of cool stuff, and it gives us the time and space. We're not hugely influenced by another country. Sure, yeah, America's got great influence, and so does England, probably Spain right now.
But French is like biggest in the most hospitality. Now they try to bring that culture to people, like when you sit on the
There's an
plates.
effort, yeah, one country said, yeah. But then look at the French. What do the French do? Standardised. We've got the metric system for the French.
Yeah.
But then take dancing. It's a wonderful thing. Look what the French did to it. Ballet.
Yeah.
Rules. Standards. Everyone doing the same thing. Commercial cookery. French cookery. Standards. Rules. Especially French cooking.
Yeah.
And you'll know this through the training. That does allow for every cook on the planet to be able to produce the same stuff.
Yeah.
I can walk into a kitchen in Somalia and execute a bechamel.
අපිට පේනවා දැන් මරේ මෙතනින් මේ මිනිස්සු දාලා ගිය කුණු අස් මේව කරලා දාන. ඉතින් ඇත්තට මේක මේ හොඳ හැබිට් එකක්. මෙහෙ මේ ගොඩක් මිනිස්සු මේ වගේ තැනකට ආවම මේ කුණු මොන හරි දැක්කොත් මේක දාන. ඉතින් මේක මේ කවුරු හරි කලින් ආපු මනුස්සයෙක් මෙහෙම දාලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් මං හිතන්නේ ඇත්තටම මේක මේ අපේ ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සුන්ටත් හොඳ ඇඩ්වයිස් එකක්. මොකද මේ කී ඉන්නවට වැඩිය ක්‍රියාවෙන් පෙන්නන එක ඇත්තටම වටින දෙයක්. It's always good to advise, like rather advise, do the action, isn't it? Yep. Alright, එහෙනම් මං හිතනවා ඔයාලා හැමෝම මේ එපිසෝඩ් එක එන්ජොයි කරන්න ඇති කියලා. ඉතින් අද අපි මේ ඉන්නේ Holmes Lookout එකේ. දැන් අපි Holmes Lookout එකෙන් යන්නයි යන්නේ. මොකද මරේට හෙට වැඩ මටත් මගෙන හෙට ඔෆ් එක. ඉතින් මං හිතනවා ඕගොල්ලෝ මේ වීඩියෝ එක එන්ජොයි කරන්න ඇති කියලා. අපේ මොන හරි අඩුපාඩුවක් තිබ්බනම් අපිට කියන්න. අපි කලින් වීඩියෝස් වල කියනා වගේ අපිටත් ඕනේ මොකක් හරි කරලා මේ සමාජයට හොඳ දෙයක් ගේන්න. මම හිතනවා ඔයාලා මේ වීඩියෝ එකෙන් දෙයක් ඉගෙන ගන්න ඇති කියලා. ඉතින් ආයේ කියනවා එහෙමනේ බොයිස්ලා යෝ YouTube channel එක subscribe කරලා තියාගන්න. එහෙනම් මරේ what do you got to say for my viewers?
Oh, look, welcome to Australia. We're idiots, but we'll help you with anything we can.
Okay, that's all I can say. Mare is one of my best friend. We used to work together and we had so many hard times, but we still having together as friends. So
it was awful. And then you left.
It's good to have good friends like you. ඉතින් යාළුවෝ කියලා කියන්නේ ඇත්තරම හොඳ දෙයක්. ඒක වෙන රටක වෙන්න පුළුවන් වයස් ભેදයක් නෑ යාළුවන්ට. ඉතින් මරේ කියලා කියන්නේ ඇත්තරම මට ගොඩක් සපෝට් කරපු මිනිස්සෙක්. ඉතින් මරේ say එහෙමනේ බොයිස්ලා.
What?
එහෙමනේ බොයිස්ලා.
Emani Boisla.
Loud.
Emani Boisla.
එලකිරි. Say එලකිරි.
Pronunciation shit.
Say එලකිරි.
Elakiri.
එලකිරි.
Elakiri.
එලකිරි.
Elakiri.
එලකිරි. එලකිරි means
Just sold my soul, didn't I?
well done.
I am a poofta.
Alright යාළුවනේ එහෙනම් අද අපි මේ වීඩියෝ එකෙන් සමු ගන්නවා. ඔයාලා හැමදෙනාටම සුබ දවසක්. Yo Nicky boy, එහෙමනේ boysලා.